Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Marcia with Mom Needs a Clone. So in today's video, I wanted to talk about the Hobonichi 2026 launch that's happening. So I thought since it's just a few weeks away, I would kind of share some of my Hobonichis from previous years so that anybody that is kind of thinking about getting a Hobonichi or just kind of interested in it, you can kind of see some of the ones I've gotten over the years and some of the covers. So that's what this video is going to be about. So if you're interested, just keep watching. And if I have purchased anything as far as covers from Amazon, I will have the links in the description because I'm an Amazon affiliate. And all the Hobonichis were purchased on the Hobonichi launch day. So just to give you a heads up on that. So let's just go over from like 2021 to current. Let's chat about that. Okay, so in 2021, I actually ordered two. I believe this one I got from the launch, and I think this one I bought. I want to say I just ordered it on Amazon. I don't remember buying two on the website launch day. So I think this was the one I ordered, and this is the one I got as an extra on Amazon. So this one was for business, which is why I am not going to really be opening it. I was back then still running my Etsy shop. So that's why you see I have like my little acetate with my Mom Needs a Clone name on it. I am no longer running that Etsy shop, but this is the planner that I use to track everything with my business. And then all the extra pages that were in the back, I actually ripped those out and used them in a personal planner at one point. So that's why it's like a little bit janky, but that is what I use this one for. And then in 2021, I also will not be able to really show this one because I used this one for weight loss and health, and I was tracking just a lot of health stuff. So that's kind of what this one was. So health and business is kind of how I use them. I did not use any Hobonichi weeks in 2021 for personal use. Okay, and then in 2022 is when I actually started using the planner for personal use and not like just business and health. But it is great for business and health because it does give you, you know, all of the months, all of the weeks, and notes that you can put in the back. So for like health, I just logged a lot of stuff from my chart just so I could have it handy and see like over, you know, time what my numbers and stuff was. But like I said, in 2022, I did start using the planner for personal and everyday use. So that's what you kind of see here. So I started jotting down everything as if I would a normal planner. And this is kind of when I realized I wanted the Hobonichi weeks to become my basically like annual planner or my planner that houses everything. So no matter what planner I go into throughout a year, I always will have the Hobonichi to come back to that has all of my appointments, all birth dates, any biblical holidays that we celebrate, just like anything like that, it would be in one place. So that's when I really fell in love with the idea of making this planner a part of my every year planning. So yeah, I feel like it's small enough to catch everything, but also it has kind of like that extra space on the side to jot down things that you need to remember for the week. So yeah, it just is really was a very successful planner for me. I did do some memory keeping in it as well, where I added pictures and stuff like that. And let's see here. All right, I just started coughing, so I have to get my water, and it's getting dark. It's like about to storm or something. But in the notes section, this particular year, I basically sectioned the entire notes portion of this planner, of this Hobonichi weeks out. I didn't do it after that just because I didn't think it was necessary, but I thought, you know, I would just section everything out so it was easy for me to find things. So that's kind of what you see there. And then I think in the back, yeah, the back few pages, I just put a lot of like stickers and stuff. Pictures. I put a lot of pictures. And then this year I was logging all of our date nights in here. So like from January, I would just put February. I would put, every time we would have a date, I would mark it with a photo. So it looks like March and June was the only months we did not get to have a date night, but most in this year, we had one at least once a month. So looks like in the back, that's kind of how I set that up. So that was that. And then I logged some coffee and coffee dates and some movies. It looks like we went to the movies. And then in the back, I just use it for like stickers and stuff. So stickers, I keep saying stickers, photos. I put a lot of photos in this one. So that's kind of what you see there. But this is 2022 is when I realized I love the Hobonichi weeks for annual planning, and I have stuck to it ever since then. And I honestly think it's going to become a part of just how I plan. I'm always going to get a Hobonichi weeks. I always fill it out. Starting in September, I just start working on getting my months filled out, getting everything jotted down. So no matter what happens, I always have that planner to fall back on, even though I jump in and out of other planners throughout the year just because it's a hobby of mine and it's fun. But I don't have to worry about, oh, you know, I actually need to get down to business. What planner am I going to use? More than likely, it's going to always be the Hobonichi week. So for 2026, I will be getting another Hobonichi weeks. It's just, it has to happen. So yeah, so I'm just going to kind of flip through and just show you guys, you know, that's kind of how I do things. I don't really show the notes section all that much just because a lot of that tends to hold a lot of personal things. So I won't share the back. But the weeks, they just hold whatever I need them to hold that week. It looks like I also used pictures this year. Look like we went to Georgia. But yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It holds everything. I use a lot of sticky notes. So if it's some weeks where I just need more space, I just use sticky notes. So I don't stress about it. And then this cover, I don't know where this cover from. Is it? I don't know. I was gonna say Lauren Phelps Designs, but I have no idea where this cover is from. But this is my 2024, and I got the gingham this year, or that year, yeah. And this one was like milk tea. Can't remember what this was called. Yep, and I pretty much used it the same way. So I'll just flip through and kind of share with you guys. Monthly section. I don't really use like the January, February, March of the next year. I really never use that because I always have the next year's purchased already. I didn't use a lot in December. It looks like I really started in January using it. Oh, this is the year I used a kit 90% of my weeks. Planner Society had a massive sale that previous year. So in 2023, like at the end of 2023. So I bought, literally kits were like $1 and some change. I bought so many kits, and I used them. Like that's what I set up my weeks with in 2024. So I used a ton of stickers in 2024 because I had all those kits to use up. That's what you see here. But yeah, if you ask me, I would say yes, it's worth getting a Hobonichi weeks especially, oh, I like that week. I really like that week. I like that it houses a lot of information. Meal planning, workouts with like minutes and steps. I had a migraine tracker going, some protein intake, some to-dos. I had weather. Looks like I had some to buy stuff here. Like, I really like this week. This is how I would like my weeks to be, like this. Very full and very information filled. And that's why I love the Hobonichi weeks. Like, it can hold so much information at a glance. So that's kind of what you see here. I did all my steps there. I was moving. I lost quite a bit of weight actually in 2024 when I started hiking. I started hiking in August. Oh yeah, oh wow, I'm at a year. I'm at a year since I started hiking. Wow, I just realized that. Now I need to get on my husband's scale that he has a scale that really tells you about yourself. And I think I did weigh like August 1st or something of 2024. Now I have to look. I need to reweigh and see what it says because it called me all kind of names. His scale did back then. Okay, notes. I won't share notes. But yeah, that is my 2024 planner, Hobonichi weeks. So let's add that to the crew. And then this is my current weeks. If you follow me, you already know that. So I'm still working my way through this one. And this cover is from Salty Katie Co. Yes, it is. So I wanted to do fun and bright. I'm trying to figure out if I want to stick with the fun and bright or if I want to do like the muted. Like, I really like these two. I really like it. Just, I have to figure out what I want to go with. And I also have been wanting to do like a jewel toned like Hobonichi. And maybe this is the year because these are like, I don't know, they're like pretty calm setups and I like those. And then I feel like I started to go a little bit more like fun and bright. So I really want to do like a jewel toned year. So we'll see if I ever get there. But I love, this is one of my favorite setups as far as like just the cover, everything. I've stayed in this cover. Oh, I got to move my thing. It popped down. I have stayed in this cover the whole year. That's how much I really enjoy this setup. I have not changed. Like, I love the bright, colorful, just the way I set it up. I love that. So, this is my current one. I do need to update this. Used a lot of vinyls. Here's my months. I kept my months simple. Normally, I do like a whole lot going on in the months, but I just kept them simple. I didn't even use any washi, I don't think, for any of these months. I just plotted down information that needs to be known. So there we are in August. And then I don't have much in September coming up. I did plot down some of my work stuff. Lots of birthdays in October. So yeah, that's the monthlies. And then for those extra pages that are the January, February, and March of the next year, I just put sticky notes. I haven't even used it and we're in August, so we will see. And then I started it when the planner started. So let's see. No, I didn't. Sure didn't. I started it on basically the first of the year, December 30th. Let me see. When did I start this one? Oh, okay, that's kind of my thing. I don't really start it when the planner started. Yeah, I did. Partial. I did like a partial start here. But let's see, in January. Yeah, okay. So it seems like I like to start in January. But yeah, this is the current year. Let's do a little flip. And like I said, I just love when it's like that. Like, I've got habit tracker, steps, how was my day, meal plan, tracking water, audio Bible, scripture writing, my biblical Hebrew study, notes, weather, work schedule. Like, it's so much on this little page. Yeah, I just love that. So, oh, whoa. And then I started falling off. It's like I love this setup, but once I start introducing that day designer, that was a wrap. I started being in my day designer, carrying it around, doing everything, whereas this one was staying at home. So normally, because this is so small, it can just go everywhere. It can fit in every purse. It's so portable. That's another thing I love about it. But then I bought that day designer, and that's all that she wrote. I just wanted to carry my day designer everywhere. Okay, so here is where we are. So here's my current week here. It's got a lot going on because it's back to school time. So that's that. And again, notes are in the back, and I just kind of keep that info to myself. And I do have just a pin holder, adhesive pin holder on a piece of flimsy vellum, and it just usually stays in the back like that. And right now I've got my fountain pen from Zebra in there. So that's that. Okay, so that's kind of like an overview of my Hobonichi weeks. I will go over some of the covers. So this cover is an actual Hobonichi cover that I don't know if I got this on Amazon or from the Hobonichi store. I think I actually got it during a launch. This one I know I got on Amazon. So this one should have an affiliate link below. And then I ordered this. What is this? A Chic Sparrow. I got this off of like a buy sell trade group years ago. I don't even know the color, the name. I don't know any of that. And then this is my favorite cover. If I had to pick one out of these three, this is like my favorite. And probably this one. So if I had to have like a plastic cover, I would choose this one. And then if I had to have like an actual one, it would definitely be this one. So this I got, it's a Moterm, and I got this one on Amazon. Should have that link. And this one I bought on AliExpress. Nope, I bought it on the Moterm.com website. So, and I think it's the honey color. And here's all those, remember I was saying I got all those Hobonichi, those Planner Society kits. Here's some of the leftovers from that. But yes, this one I got off Moterm website, and I just love it. And I think it is, I want to say it's the honey, but I am not 100% sure. I would have to look at my receipt, my email to see. But those are the only covers that I have, just these few plastic ones and then these leather ones. So those are the only ones over the years I have collected. I don't have any bright colored covers for Hobonichi week, so that may be something in my future that I want to think about purchasing, is possibly getting one of those. So but that is it, guys. That's my Hobonichi weeks video. This is part 1. I will launch part 2 hopefully tomorrow. I'm going to try to film it, and part 2 is going to be talking about the Hobonichi A6 Techos, or A6 Hobonichis, and one Hobonichi cousin, because I've only ever used one Hobonichi cousin. So I'm going to share how I use those planners in my Hobonichi video part 2. So thanks so much for watching, and I will chat with you guys on the next video. Bye.